Kings. Pat Conacher back after missing 4 games with a back strain. Kings with it. They've changed lines tonight. Warren Reichel, Dave Taylor, and Conacher for the Kings. Taylor chases behind the net. Puck comes around left side. Conacher holds it in. Florida zone. In toward Taylor. He didn't get it. Fitzpatrick, the goaltender, sweeps it around off the right side. Conacher goes for it again. And it's going to be taken away by Skrudland. The game just underway here at the Great Western Forum. Florida Panthers and the Los Angeles Kings. Skrudland drives it in on target. Save made by Kelly Rudy. Here's Scott Mellenby, their leading scorer. Pass out in front to Mike Huff. Broken up by Daryl Sador. Conacher, right side for the Kings. Up to center ice. Here's Sador. Sador shoots from center ice wide to the left side. Kings changing up on the fly. NHL leading scorer Wayne Gretzky jumps on. He's got Yari Curry on the line with him and Mike Donnelly. Here's a pass to Donnelly. Donnelly dropped it at center ice, taken away there by Mike Huff, and he clears it back down behind the King net. Now up on the right side of Yari Curry. Now over to Zhitnik. Zhitnik to center ice. Wayne Gretzky can't hang on at center ice. Taken out by Yari Curry. Curry across the line. Curry tried to give it to Gretzky. Broken up by Lindsay, but not cleared, and a shot by Blake. Easy save made for Van Beesbrook. Here Joe Cirella. Cirella to center ice. Gives it on the right wing to Bill Lindsay. Lindsay for the Florida Panthers. Down in deep to Cirella. He tried to throw it out in front. Chased down the left wing side now by Tom Fitzgerald. His pass to the blue line. Held onside. Joe Cirella shoots, and it deflected off a body wide to the left side. Held in there by Brent Severin. Severin throws it in deep behind the net. Kings take over there. 18:20 to go. First period. Zhitnik's pass off the boards. Didn't connect with Sandstrom, and we'll get an icing call here against the Los Angeles Kings. And of course, as we know, last year everything turned out for the best. Kings going all the way to the Stanley Cup Finals. Now in deep, a shot by Mellenby as he was being knocked down in the slot. Florida Panthers with it, sent in toward the goal where Kelly Rudy will play it off the glass and clear it out to center ice. Taken there by Gord Murphy. He flips it up in the air for the Kings with it. Brent Thompson up to Sandstrom. Here's Thomas Sandstrom. He's stopped by the back-checking Mellenby at the blue line. And back to center ice comes Gord Murphy. The Florida Panthers, good defensive team. They're 6th best in the NHL. They allow under 3 goals a game, 2.88. Puck taken on the right side now by Huda. Pokes it up to center ice. Here's Sean McEachran. McEachran across the line. McEachran to Robitaille. Offside called against the Kings.
One of the few times the Florida Panthers had 3 men caught deep in the zone. Usually they're kind of passive on the forecheck and look to trap the opposition. Let's look at Luke Robitaille, a hot player lately. Man-on-man coverage, very important. Brent Thompson, this last play against Scott Mellenby. Look at Thompson. Doesn't look for the puck. All he concerns himself with is taking the man, and that's what he does on Scott Mellenby right there. There's Thompson at the end of the bench. Things going bad, you have to try to simplify things. You go back to those one-on-ones. You don't take your man off the chest of the offensive player, and you drive him right to the ice.
Gretzky wins a draw out at center ice. Jim, the Florida Panthers got through the warm-up tonight, which is a good thing for them. They've had 2 players get fractured cheekbones during the warm-up of games. Then Brent Severin got hit with a puck during the warm-up. Then a cup of hot coffee fell off a locker on the back of his neck. I said to Roger Nielsen, their coach, you must think it's a great night when you get through the warm-ups without anybody getting hurt. At the left point, shot from there, just deflected wide to the right side. Shot was from by Greg Hawgood, and the puck is held in again at the blue line. Down in deep is Zhitnik to take it for the Kings. He clears it out to center ice, broken up there by Jeff Smith. They just got him in a trade with Edmonton for future draft picks. Jeff Smith wearing 25 for the Florida Panthers.
Getting back to that warm-up thing, Bob, usually before you go on the ice, there's just that saying you say amongst each other, oh, let's have a good warm-up. With the Panthers, they really mean it. They want to make sure everything goes right.
Let's have a safe warm-up is what they talk about. Donnelly with a good check down the corner on Jeff Smith. Kings trying to hold it in the Panthers zone, but can't do it. Taken away and brought to center ice now by their captain, Brian Skrudland. Skrudland across the line. He gets checked there by Rob Blake, and he throws it down in deep. The way things were going for them, Tom Fitzgerald at training camp took his car to the Doral Country Club, gave it to the valet to park it, and he ran over his foot. He missed a couple of days of training camp. Puck comes around to Gary Shuchuk on the right side. We have no score here in the first period. Kings and the Florida Panthers. 15:56 left to go in period number 1. Bob Miller along with Jim Fox and Paul Sunderland. Puck is batted out of midair by Sador over to Charlie Huddy. Huddy sends it back into the Florida zone. The Kings with only one shot so far. The Florida Panthers have 3. Puck comes up to center ice here. Jesse Belanger. Belanger across the line. He gives it to Andre Lamakin. Lamakin checked on left side up the middle in front. Benning and a shot and a save made. Brian Benning, the former King. He was alone in the slot long enough to get a good shot off, and Kelly Rudy made the stop. Here's Warren Reichel to center ice. No score first period. Reichel with shoot shot. Reichel's shot knocked away off the stick of Fitzpatrick. Puck comes out toward the left point. Foligno forces it out to center ice, and Charlie Huddy drives it right back in.
Those are the type of quality chances that the Kings goaltenders expected to stop. One defenseman just activating. It was Brian Benning. The Panthers try to do that more and more. Had a great chance right in the slot.
Brent Thompson over to Robitaille. Robitaille right side, Florida zone. Gives it to Huda walking in. He shoots. Blocked and up into the crowd. Huda had a lot of room, and his shot deflected up into the crowd. No score. We'll be right back.
Down the room behind the goaltender.
That shot by Brian Benning. It was signed by Florida as a free agent. Benning, former member of the Los Angeles Kings, and now off the faceoff in the Florida zone with no score in the first period. Florida Panthers with it. The Panthers on the year, 10 wins, 14 losses, 3 ties. They have 23 points. The Kings have 22 points on the year. Here's McEachran, right side for the Kings. McEachran driving in front to Robitaille, poked away by Gord Murphy. Murphy knocks it out of midair, tried to clear it up the middle, taken away by Robitaille. His pass intercepted now, and up to center ice comes Brent Severin. Gives it to Stu Barnes. Barnes across the line. Now a shot up high and deflected over the net. As Lowry got the shot, the Kings come back working on a 3-on-2 here. Huddy to center, 3-on-2 Kings. Over to Robitaille. Robitaille across the line. Robitaille shoots just wide to the left side. Rebound to Wayne Gretzky. Gretzky throws it in front, taken away there by Gord Murphy. Can he clear? Huddy over, can't hold it in.
Charlie Huddy was in on the attack, and just about every time Charlie Huddy goes up the ice, it's the right decision. He doesn't do it many times, but you know he waits for that perfect chance, and he created a 3-on-2.
13:53 to go, first period. No score in the game. Puck driven off the boards, and it comes two-line pass called here against the Florida Panthers.
Look at the head coach of the Panthers, Roger Nielsen, now coaching his 6th team. So he's been a busy man. Talked to Tom Webster, the former Kings head coach, now the assistant coach with the Panthers. He cannot believe the hours that Roger Nielsen puts in as a head coach. He's known for breaking down the videos. He uses a telestrator with his players. One thing about those videos, though, they're not boring. He throws in funny things all the time just to keep everyone on their toes, get a little sense of humor to make sure the players are listening.
Now, Roger's got a great sense of humor. Tell you what he did in New Zealand this summer. He bungee jumped 200 feet off a cliff. I know some coaches probably do that without a bungee cord by the time the season's over.
They usually do that after they watch the videos of their team.
Puck is back in the King zone. Here's Alec Jitnik on the left side. No score here in the first period with 13:16 to go. Puck knocked away as Blake tried to clear it. Right side, Jody Hull. Hull tried to center. It's deflected back along the boards, and back to get it was Blake. He gives it to Wayne Gretzky. 51 points on the year to lead the NHL. His pass high in the air, knocked down and cleared back out to center ice. Florida Panthers played last night down in Anaheim. They beat the Mighty Ducks 3-2. Fitzpatrick sends it into the corner. Gretzky took it away, sent it right through in front of the net. It hopped over the stick there of the goaltender. Here's Gretzky behind the net. Wrap around. Gretzky still with it in the slot. Gretzky hangs on, goes down to the ice. No penalty called, and back to center ice. I think Wayne tried to help that call, didn't do it.
Smart play by Gretzky, though. He saw just a little bit of daylight in the seam. You can't hesitate there. He didn't, and he almost had a good scoring chance.
No score here in the first period. Kings still have only one shot on goal. They've been outshot 4-1. Up to center ice, left wing side, Conacher. Conacher checked there by Fitzgerald. Conacher across the line. Tom Fitzgerald took it away. Used to be with the New York Islanders. Now over to Huda. Huda on the right side, slaps it in behind the Panthers net. Reichel down in the corner. He's checked there by Scott Levens. Now Sandstrom comes in to help out. Just about 8 minutes gone here in the first period with no score. Reichel and Levens still fighting for it. Now it's taken by Conacher. Conacher checked by Fitzgerald. Conacher flipped it off the boards into the corner. Kings with it again. Here on the right side is Huda. He gets stopped. Good forechecking by the Kings here. Behind the net, it's Sandstrom. Sandstrom, his pass out on the right side, intercepted by the Panthers, and back they come 3-on-3. Is intercepted by Fitzgerald. He drives it down in the King zone. Rebound off the boards to Huda.
Last play, Doug Huda jumps into the attack because you have the trusty Pat Conacher back as a forward, covering up for his defenseman.
Panthers with it. Stu Barnes once had a hat trick against the Kings, playing with the Winnipeg. Throws it into the Kings zone. Now it's cleared up the center to Luc Robitaille. Robitaille for the Kings. 9 goals in the last 6 games. McEachran rolls it in. Easy stop made by Fitzpatrick. Puck taken by Gord Murphy and then cleared by Dave Lowry back into the Kings zone. 11:09 left to go in the first period. No score in the game. Kings with only 2 wins in their last 11, and we got a penalty coming up here just outside the blue line. Penalty against the Florida Panthers for hooking. Kings will go on the power play. We'll be back.
And Lowry had to hook him.
There you see the top power plays in the league. As Jim said, the Kings third at 23.4%. Penalty killing 18th in the league for the Florida Panthers. Although in the game in Florida, in Miami, between these two teams on October 19th, the Kings were 0 for 5 on the power play. This puck driven in and bounces into the left wing corner. Here's Jari Kurri out to the right point to Blake. Blake to Gretzky. Gretzky right side. No score. First period. Gretzky hangs on. Gives it down in deep to Robitaille. He had trouble with it. Gives it to Gretzky. His pass deflected off a body out the left side to Dominic Lavoie. Lavoie gives it now to Kurri. Into Robitaille. Behind the net to Gretzky. Gretzky tried to give it a Kurri. It was up in the air. Tipped to the blue line. Held in by Blake. Blake at the left point. Almost ran out of room. Gives it behind the net to Robitaille. Now to Gretzky to Kurri. Kurri right side. Kings on the power play. Up the middle to Blake. Blake to Kurri. Kurri into Gretzky. Gretzky goes behind the net. Gretzky still with it. In front to Robitaille. Save made by Fitzpatrick. Nice pass by Gretzky. Luke had a couple of whacks at it, but Mark Fitzpatrick made the stop for Florida.
Not many chances or shots on the power play for the Kings, but so many options displayed. The last one, Wayne Gretzky down low. Look at him put that backhand pass, flip pass right on the stick of Luc Robitaille. And Robitaille has one whack. Then Fitzpatrick stacks his pad. In close, not much room right there. But the Kings with so many options right now working on that power play. You can shoot the puck hard from the point with Lavoie and Blake. You have Jari Kurri waiting for the cross pass. And anytime Wayne Gretzky wants to hold on and make a pass, that works too.
Now the Florida Panthers, Gord Murphy with it, slaps it hard around the boards, and Lavoie holds it onside to Kurri. Kurri gets it down and deep to Robitaille. Robitaille behind the net to Gretzky. Gretzky waits, gives it to Kurri, shoots, and a save by Fitzpatrick. 45 seconds to go in the power play. Kings get it in, Robitaille to Gretzky. Gretzky trying to give it to Robitaille, taken away by Murphy, and he cleared it up along the boards, where the Kings hold it in again. Lavoie to Gretzky, but Gretzky is checked by Fitzgerald. Puck comes back to the King blue line. 30 seconds left to go with a man advantage for the Kings. No score first period. Kings have 3 shots on this power play. Puck is back behind the net, taken by Gord Murphy. He drops it off, and it is cleared out to center ice by Brent Severin. Now 17 seconds to go on the power play. Here's Gretzky. Gretzky's pass to Kurri. Tipped it back. Now left side, Lavoie. Lavoie tried to tee it up. Now tried to give it to Gretzky out of his reach. Right side is Blake. 7 seconds to go on the power play into Gretzky. Gretzky behind the net to Robitaille. Poked away and out to center ice, and that's going to do it. Florida Panthers are back at full strength, and the Kings finish with 3 shots on that power play. Still no score. Defensive team coached by Roger Nielsen, the Florida Panthers. No score in the first period. Kings with it. Reichel in the middle, but the pass out broken up by Brian Benning. Benning clears it out to center ice. Got it away by Brent Thompson to Conacher. Conacher left side for the Kings. His shot. The easy stop by Mark Fitzpatrick. Fitzpatrick 6'2", 190. They don't clear. Here is Conacher into Taylor. Taylor behind the net, swept away by Fitzpatrick. Pitching in is Huda. Huda put it behind the net, but it's taken away by Brian Benning. Benning pass, knocked down by Taylor, but the Florida Panthers take it away. They got a 3-on-2. Jesse Belanger. Belanger in deep, poke checked away, and a nice play by Huda. Then Huda picks it up in the corner, but can't clear. Puck is held in. Now Taylor clears it up to center ice. Here's Warren Reichel. Kings want a line change, so Reichel shoots it into the Florida zone.
That line reunited from last year. Conacher at center, Taylor on the wing with Warren Reichel. Important for the Kings that they get it going. The time of possession, they work that low rotation. Not much fancy from that line, but they keep it down low and hold it in the other team's end, wear down the opposition defenseman.
Icing call against them from Florida, 5-4. Sure, the Kings' objective tonight, not only to win the game, but cut down on the shots of Florida. As I mentioned earlier, they had 52 of them against the Kings back on October 19th. There's a penalty to Robitaille for checking from behind. Going to call him for boarding as he threw the check at Jeff Smith. So the Florida Panthers are going to go on the power play. They were 1 out of 8 in the previous game against the Kings. Let's look at it again.
Luke Robitaille arguing the call. He did hit the player. It was Jeff Smith directly from behind. You can see Smith, he's unaware that Luke Robitaille's there. Smith is able at the last second to just hold himself from falling into the boards. That's a potentially very dangerous play against any player. So it looks like a pretty good call by the referee. If the offensive player or any player is unaware and then is hit directly from behind, the penalty is called. Boarding in that instance. Barry Melrose getting things going right here. A little timeout, almost a little huddle right here for the Panthers on the power play. Goes along with the style of their team. They're not going to score many goals. 24th in the NHL. The Kings penalty killing continues to have problems. They have to improve in that area.
Well, let's see if they will. Wayne Gretzky out to help kill the penalty with Jari Kurri up front. Gretzky won the draw. Kings send it back to the Florida zone. Charlie Huddy and Daryl Sador back defensively. 7.5 minutes to go in a scoreless first period. Here is Gord Murphy trying to give it to Scott Levens. A two-hander by Sador. Comes up along the boards, but the Panthers hold it in. Murphy on the right side. Florida scored the first goal of the game 20 out of 27 times this year. Now the Panthers move it down the left side. Pass over in front. Taken by Lomakin, and a shot by Murphy deflects off on the left side. Panthers still with it. They try to get it back to Andre Lomakin. He's checked off the puck by Kurri with a nice play. He gives it to Gretzky. Gretzky at center. Can't hang on. Greg Hawgood took it away. Gives it to Stu Barnes. 1:17 to go in the power play for Florida. Pass up the middle. Broken up by Zhitnik. And he clears it. It was intended for Scott Levens. 1:08 left to go on the power play. Florida Panthers have 20 power play goals this year. By comparison, the Kings have 36. Puck is driven back behind the King net. Kelly Rudy cut it off there. Brent Thompson's pass around the board, or Blake's pass around the boards, comes up to the blue line. Held in by Lomakin to Barnes. He shoots, blocked by Blake. Rebound. Loose in front. Lomakin had a whack at it. It's still loose with bodies flying. Now behind the net, Mellanby. Mellanby's pass up the middle and shot wide to the left side by Hawgood. Puck is along the boards. Panthers with it again. Lomakin, right side. His pass tipped away for a moment by Zhitnik. Lomakin gets it back again. Now he's muscled out to center ice by Rob Blake on a good play.
Blake up to the old tricks, especially while killing penalties. Extra aggressive, taking the man every time. No doubt from Rob Blake. He's going to drive you and hit you as hard as he can.
17 seconds to go on the power play. Here's Scott Mellanby, their leading scorer. His pass on the right side of Belanger. Belanger centers it, broken up by Sador, but not cleared. 8 seconds to go on the power play. Shot from the left point is wide. Rebound left side. Charlie Huddy gets it up to Gretzky. Kings are back at full strength right now. Gretzky behind the back pass, taken away by the Florida Panthers. And Brent Severin sends it all the way down to the Kings zone. We're going to get an icing call here against Florida. Sador back to touch it. 5:31 to go. We're still scoreless.
No doubt about it.
Back to live action here as Mike Foligno brings it to center ice. Gives it on the right side, and a shot there is deflected off the stick of Kelly Rudy. That shot by Bill Lindsay. Now behind the net, Kings take it away. No score first period. Foligno tried to hold it in. He did. Got it over to Fitzgerald. His backhander hit a body in front. Kings with it. McEachran's pass up the middle. Held in by Fitzgerald, but his pass taken away by the Kings. No score here in the first period. Puck sent all the way down to Sandstrom. He gets a shot and a save, but a two-line pass going to be called here against the Los Angeles Kings. For the first period, Bob Miller along with Jim Fox and Paul Sunderland. Nice to have all of you with us on Prime Ticket tonight. Puck comes all the way down to the Florida zone and back to get it. Gord Murphy. Donnelly on him. Then Shuchuk comes barreling in. Puck comes up to center ice. Tipped off a stick there and down into the Kings zone. It went off Lomakin's stick, and Brent Thompson back to get it. Thompson to Pat Conacher. Conacher had missed 4 games with that back strain. His pass broken up, but now at center ice. Here's Brent Thompson. He drives it to the Florida line. Taken away there. Here's Andre Lomakin with it. Lomakin across the line in the slot. Tried to make one more move, but was taken out by Doug Huda. Florida Panthers hold it in again. Check in the corner by Shuchuk, but again Florida with it. A pass almost deflected in. Knocked away by Kelly Rudy. Now a pass up the middle. Shot from there. Knocked down in front. The shot from right in front by Brent Severin was deflected right in front of the net.
For a team that concentrates on defense, the Panthers here in the first period activating their defensemen quite a few times, and it's worked with good shots from the slot.
Here's Reichel. He got it from Gretzky. Reichel across the line to Kurri. Kurri couldn't hang on. Now his pass in deep, broken up by Joe Cirella. Kurri was on the ice. Cirella brought it up to center ice. Florida Panthers with it across the line on the right wing side. Brian Sprudlin throws it in front. Kelly Rudy knocked it away. And here is Wayne Gretzky. Gretzky, his pass to center to Reichel, broken up. This line now, Reichel, Gretzky, and Kurri. The line we've seen recently. Puck is in the corner now. Gretzky had to go off his skate, and back come the Florida Panthers. 3:27 to go. Fast first period. No score. Few penalties, and we get an offside called on the Florida Panthers at the King blue line.
He's always going to stick his nose in there. He always has a hook, a little slasher, an elbow, so you got to be ready when he's on the ice.
Kings with it. Alex Zhidnik, Florida zone, poked away from him and back to center ice, but coming back is McEachran to break it up. Now Sandstrom over to Robitaille. Here's Robitaille, left side. He got knocked down. He got a shot anyway, and a save made by Fitzpatrick. Mark Fitzpatrick in goal for the Florida Panthers. Kelly rooting for the Kings. In front, McEachran gets stopped, and a big save there by Fitzpatrick. Sean McEachran, he's had no goals in 18 games. He had a great chance there, but Fitzpatrick made the stop at point blank. Fitzgerald, right side. Robitaille had a hold of his jersey pretty good. Pulled him back. Got away with it. Puck is back behind the King net, and here's Alex Zhidnik. Starting back up to center ice. Zhidnik, right side. Pulls up, hangs on. Now his shot deflected out toward the left point. Taken there by Conacher. He sends it behind the net to Sandstrom. He let it go, and Robitaille checked there. Now Sandstrom trying to get to it. It's taken away by Jesse Belanger. No score, first period. 2:18 to go in the period. Mike Foligno, the veteran, across the line. Sador got knocked down, saved by Rudy. Rebound, the light is on, and it is a goal. Foligno got his stick on it right in front of the net. Rudy thought it was outside, but the light was on, and the Florida Panthers have scored to lead 1-0. Mike Foligno will get credit for it, I believe.
Great example of the way Mike Foligno plays the game. A lot of times he looks like he's out of control. 17 is Foligno. He's just waiting for the loose puck, and he fires with a whip around. He doesn't necessarily turn all the way around. Now the puck perhaps hit the inside of the far post. The red light went on immediately. We'll try to get another look, and you'll see it here. It goes off the near post. Yes, it does go all the way across. There's some pads inside the goal post there to cushion the shot, so the puck doesn't shoot out very quickly, and it stays inside, behind, and totally over the goal line. Spin around chance by Foligno, and the Panthers lead 1-0.
Second goal of the season for Mike Foligno. Puck driven down into the Florida zone. Sent around the boards toward Mellenby on the right side. Kings try to hold it in. Reichel barreling in, sent it behind the net. Here's Conacher. He's checked by Lowry in the right wing corner. Kings dig it out. Dave Taylor, he's pinned along the boards. Conacher trying to get to it. He's still battling with Dave Lowry. Still they push along the boards, and finally the play is whistled dead. The goal by Foligno is second of the year from Andre Lomakin and Jesse Belanger. Ready on the draw in the Florida zone. The puck is loose, and Conacher picks it up himself. Conacher tried to throw it in front. Taken down was Taylor. No penalty. Shot from the left side by Thompson, and a save by Fitzpatrick. He hangs on for another face-off as you get a look at Brent Thompson. 22-year-old King defenseman in his third year. 6'2", 190. He was the Kings. Well, there's Dave Taylor now. Taylor in his 17th year with the Los Angeles Kings. Celebrated a birthday a few days ago. Dave Taylor, 38 years old. I know he appreciates us mentioning that quite frequently. Face off to the right of Fitzpatrick. Reichel got dumped. Loose puck. Here's Conacher. His shot knocked away off the stick of Fitzpatrick and taken down by Mike Huff. Used to be with Quebec. Up to Jody Hull. Hull's pass off on the right side. Chased in deep on the right side by Scrudlin. Checked by Reichel. Scrudlin. His pass left side. Shot knocked down in front by Brent Thompson. Florida Panthers hold it in. On the left wing side. Going forward there and getting knocked down was Scrudlin, and the Kings will pick it up as Huda gives it to Brent Thompson. 1 minute left to go in the first period. Shots are even at 8 apiece, but the Kings are down 1-0. Now we got a penalty coming up against the Kings, a delayed call. They get the extra attacker on. It's Fitzgerald. Here's a pass to Fitzgerald down the middle. He lost it there, and the Kings take over, and the penalty is called. Slashing called against the Kings, and they may have gotten Warren Reichel. We'll wait and see here with 42 seconds to go in the first period. That is the penalty to Warren Reichel. Well, now's the time to do it. Face off, Belanger. Hope my wife likes those boxer shorts with Kings logos on them that I got her. Puck taken back by Gord Murphy of the Florida Panthers. 30 seconds left to go here in the first period. 1-0. Panthers on the power play for the second time in the period. Puck comes down in deep. Lowry behind the net. Checked there by Yari, Curry, and Blake. It's dug out by Mellenby. Now up the middle. Right point. Here is Murphy. Now left side. Florida Panthers move it around. Hard check there on Belanger by Blake. Blake knocks him down again on the puck taken by Zhidnik. Rob Blake throwing the best checks of this first period. 3 seconds to go in the period. Curry wanted to shoot, but it's intercepted by Murphy. Mellenby shoots at the buzzer. It wouldn't have counted. Time ran out in the Hoggood. Florida Panthers on the power play. Second period underway. Pass up to center by Gordon Murphy, and now Barnes drives it back behind the King net. Rudy tips it off into the corner. Here's Greg Hoggood pinching in. Hoggood threw it in behind the net. Now it comes back to Barnes. Barnes left side, gets it into the corner again. Good hard check there by Blake on Scott Levens. Puck comes right point. Gordon Murphy with a shot deflected wide. Rebound. Kings with it in their own zone. Puck is brought up to center ice. Here is Alex Zhidnik. Zhidnik with Gretzky. Zhidnik to Gretzky. Trying to just tip it in and just didn't get enough wood on it. And the Florida Panthers take it away. Kings looking for a short-handed goal. The Florida Panthers have allowed 6 of those this season.
Nice rush there by Alex Zhidnik. He was at full speed, but also in control. If there was room to move, he took it. If not, he was ready to just dump it in.
Now Florida holds it in right at the blue line. Hoggood got his stick on it. Kings take it away. Then it's batted off Taylor's stick back into the Kings zone with 18 seconds left to go on Warren Reichel's penalty. 1-0 Florida Panthers lead. Here is Sador driving it into Taylor. Taylor right side. He gets checked down in the corner. Knocked off the puck by Brent Severin. 4 seconds left to go in the King penalty. Here's Dave Lowry. Gave it away to Robitaille. Kings are back at full strength. Reichel out of the penalty box. Early here in the second period, Bob Miller with Jim Fox and Paul Sunderland. Puck comes down in deep in the King zone, and Sador back to get it. Darryl Sador, second year in defense, moves it up on the left side. Kings with it now and across the line. McEachran, but offside. Go the Kings at the Florida blue line.
Well, we just finished talking about it. It's been a defensive game so far, and it has been tough times for the Kings, and you know it's tough when tonight they've corrected some things. They're holding back defensively, playing a pretty smart game, but at the same time they don't have the same jump offensively that you're used to seeing. So it's win one battle, kind of lose the next, and that's when you're going through the tough things. You fix one thing, another thing breaks. I think though the Kings are on the right track. They have to tighten up. They're known for their offense, so they can score. They'll get their chances. But if they keep control of their own end, it will work out. You just have to keep fighting through it, and you'll come out of it.
We talk about holding the shots on goal down. In Florida, in Miami against this team, in the first game of the season between the teams, the Panthers had 16 shots in the first period. Kings cut that in half in the first period here tonight.
And the Kings were really lucky to come out of the tie with that first game in Florida. The Panthers 52 shots on that, and good shots.
Kelly Rudy was magnificent in that game to get the Kings at least 1 point. Here tonight, it's 1-0. Florida Panthers lead. Puck taken now by Scott Mellenby. He clears it up to center ice. Now to the King blue line. Left side, Belanger drops it. Shot from there is knocked down by Blake. Now behind the net after Severin got the shot. Pass up the middle. Deflects back to Severin. Left point. Shoots. Pad save by Kelly Rudy. That came through some traffic in front of the net, but Rudy saw it. Kings with it now. Alex Zhidnik. Zhidnik to the blue line. Still with it. Alex on the right side. Checked there into the boards and knocked down by Brent Severin. Puck is underneath Alex. He gets up. Gets help from Sandstrom, but the puck taken away by Florida. Up on the right side they come. Mellenby to center ice. Backhands it across the King blue line. It's knocked down there and played by Sean McEachran. Over to Brent Thompson. Thompson checked at center ice by Strudlin. Now Thompson with it again. Thompson's pass off on the right side. Warren Reichel shoots and a save off the blocker by Fitzpatrick. Conacher with it. Put it behind the net. Taken there by Shuchuk in front of Reichel, and he got it up to the left side of the net. Shuchuk again to Thompson in front. His pass deflected into the corner. Taken there, now behind the net, Reichel. Reichel, left corner. Check there, throws it back along the right wing boards. Here's Pat Conacher. Kings down 1-0. Second period. Into the corner. Shuchuk pinned there. Reichel digs it out, gives it to Doug Huda, poked away from him and out for center ice, and hustling back is Brent Thompson. Thompson had it swept away down into the King zone by Jody Hull. Hull and Thompson on the boards. Reichel with a hard check, digging it out down in deep in the corner now. Huda on the boards. Puck is tipped up in the air, and the Panthers hold it in, but a check by Brent Thompson there. And the puck taken by the Kings. Thompson with a good check on Mike Huff. But Florida holds it in again. Strudlin throws it in deep. Kelly Rudy put it behind the net. He's got to get back in front. Panthers took it away, and it is taken now by Gary Curry. Bill Lindsay was behind the net to take it away after the Kings tried to clear it and couldn't do it. Here's Conacher. Both teams at full strength. Kings down 1-0, second period. 15:52 to go in the period. Long pass into the Florida zone. No icing here.
A little scrambling in the Kings' end because the puck coming around the boards. They're not taking the easy play, bouncing it off, chipping it out. They're trying to make fancy passes.
Florida in the Kings zone. Shot from the right side by Severn is wide. Rebound off the boards, and it is forced out across the blue line. Then tipped back in the Kings zone to Blake. Taken away in front, and a pass in front just tipped wide. We got a penalty coming up. Getting knocked down on the play was Scott.
Slashing all the way. The Panthers back on the power play.
I think I said he took Levens down. Levens was there waiting for the pass, and it was Fitzgerald, as Jim said, that was taken down on the play. So now the Florida Panthers with a chance to widen their lead. They've got the man advantage, but the Kings bank it off the boards out to center ice. Conacher and Taylor up front to kill the penalty for the Kings. They've got Blake and Doug Huda back. Here's Gord Murphy. They got him in the expansion draft for the Boston Bruins. Now the puck driven around in the Kings zone by Hawgood. Off on the right side to Stu Barnes. He's hit hard by Blake. Boy, Blake has thrown some punishing body checks tonight. Left point, shot from there by Hawgood, and stick save by Kelly Rudy. Rebound to Murphy. Gord Murphy put it in deep. Another check by Blake. Pass up the middle. Conacher took it away. Can't clear. Murphy the right point. Murphy's pass down along the right side. Another check by Blake. Puck comes down the left side to Barnes. Boy, Blake is hitting everything that moves along the boards. Kings take it away, and it's cleared by Doug Huda. Minute 12 left to go in the power play. Florida with a 2-on-1. Mellanby shoots, he scores! Nice pass to Mellanby, came right down the middle. It's a power play goal, and the Panthers lead 2-0.
Looked like Greg Hawgood on the pass there to Mellanby, and Hawgood brought into the Panthers because of his offense from the defensive spot. He makes a nice play. Both players skating in on their off wings, and that makes the offensive attack that much more potential. Right there's the pass, and Mellanby's facing the passer. Hawgood just lifts it over. Watch the 2-on-1. Played decently by the defenseman. Charlie Huddy tries to get back. When you have the perfect pass there, the Kings could not clear the puck all the way down the ice on the penalty kill. And the Panthers came back quickly right down the middle. So that middle of the defensive area for the Kings, the middle of their own defensive zone, continues to be a problem. Mellanby puts home the one-timer. Power play goal. Panthers lead 2-0.
Mellanby getting his 10th of the year from Hawgood and Gord Murphy at 5:29. You don't want to get too far behind a good defensive team. They'll shut the door on you. And the Kings are down 2-0 now. 14:14 to go, second period. Pass set on the right wing side out of the reach of Sandstrom. Brent Severin moves it over to Murphy, now to center ice, and taken away by Daryl Sador.
There's no doubt that the Panthers have a lot of players who think defense first. So when they get a 2-goal lead like this, it's difficult at any time to shut down an offensive power like the Kings. But the Panthers players will be content to do just that.
Kings now with McEachran, Sandstrom, and Robitaille up front, but here come the Florida Panthers. Here's Lowry, right side, Dave Lowry, checked there by Charlie Huddy. Lowry still with it, looking for Belanger. Lowry shoots, save, Kelly Rudy, rebound, save again by Rudy. Great save, he was on his back, and he made the save just before the puck went across the goal line. And a shot saved by Fitzpatrick on that shot. Now Gretzky with it in the slot. Gretzky shoots wide. Rebound out in front. Poked loose. And the Kings get it to the blue line. Alec Jitnik over to Robitaille. Robitaille waits. Gives it to Gretzky behind the net. He didn't get it. Here's Blake on the right side. Blake down in deep to Gretzky. Now over to Robitaille. Florida zone. Robitaille right side. Got a penalty coming up against Florida. And as they take control, the whistle blows. Roughing is the call, but what a save by Kelly Rudy at the other end. It's 2-0 Florida.
Kings go down to the other end and draw a penalty.
Mellanby almost had his second consecutive goal in the game. He's the player that got stopped on that save by Kelly Rudy. Kings now with a power play, trying to get back in it. They're down 2-0. Here's Dominic Lavoie. Lavoie gives it to Blake. Blake still with it. Heels back into his own zone. Now still with it. Now fires it Off the stick of Jody Hull. Chased in by Robitaille. Gets it around toward Gretzky. He let it go to Blake. Blake at the right point. Gets a shot. Knocked down in front. Can Blake hold it in? Yes. Right point. Into behind the net to Gretzky. Gretzky in front of Curry. Shoots. He scores! Kings are on the board with 12:28 to go in the second period.
Took a long time to develop. Smart play by Rob Blake earlier to set up in the neutral zone, get some momentum. Now watch the hands here of Jari Kurri. He takes the pass on the go. He turns his body in mid-flight. It's a perfect pass from Gretzky. You see that all the time. But watch Kurri. At the same time as he's turning his body, he has a man draped all over him, but he senses the fact that the goaltender Fitzpatrick is going down, and look where the puck goes. All the way to the top of the net. You just have to sense that type of play, and Kurri can do that. Great hands, and the Kings right back into this game.
Kurri with his 11th goal in the last 13 games. Gretzky and Blake with the assists at 7:32. Power play goal.
Bob, the reason I bring up Rob Blake earlier on the power play, the fans booing the Kings because they weren't getting it going. Blake decided to regroup, take it back. That's when the Kings came up with speed, all 5 men skating.
Now at center ice, Kings with it. Here's Dave Taylor. Taylor, Florida zone, right side, shoots wide to the right. Rebound, Reichel got knocked down. Play continues, and it comes out to center ice. Huda and Thompson back for the Kings, and Doug Huda drives it back behind the net. Great touch in front by Jari Kurri to go up high, as Jim said, with that shot. Put it upstairs. Top shelf, and the Kings trail by 1 at 2-1.
It's not like he had a lot of time to set up that shot. The instant the puck hit his stick, he had it angled perfectly. It was right to the top of the net.
Both teams at full strength here as Sean McEachran with speed comes across the line to Robitaille. Robitaille shot deflects to the blue line. Charlie Huddy holds it in. Gets it into McEachran. Sean McEachran checked by Gord Murphy. Behind the net is Robitaille. Robitaille right side. He dropped it off to Huddy. Huddy's shot knocked down. And the puck was loose, and the referee, Lance Roberts, over in the other corner, didn't see it and blew the whistle, and the puck was loose by about 1.5 feet.
Have to be fair to the official. He was blocked out on the play. The entire body of the goaltender was between him and the puck. Another smart jump in by Charlie Huddy, and he does the right thing right there. He shoots at that net. You can see the puck was never covered for any time. The referee was in the far corner, could not see it. There is Lance Roberts. He's explaining the call to the Kings. He lost sight of the puck, blew it down. Smart play by Huddy there, because he's in deep already. He has to do something with that puck to keep it safe. Never a bad idea to put the puck on net.
Florida Panthers on goals by Mike Foligno and Scott Mellenby lead the Kings 2-1. Face off in the Florida zone to the left of Mark Fitzpatrick. He's the Florida goaltender and almost had his career ended by a rare blood disorder, and really wondered for a while if Fitzpatrick was going to be able to continue to play. And the first time he was hospitalized was a couple of years ago right here in Los Angeles. Now they don't get ready yet for the face-off. Robitaille waiting. Now they drop the puck. Luke wins the draw. Here's Charlie Huddy. Shoots, just deflected wide. Puck taken by Stu Barnes of Florida. Now to center ice with 11 minutes left to go in the second period. Pass by Severin all the way down the King zone, and an icing call here against the Florida Panthers. Because Craig Ramsey, the other assistant, is ill. Shot by Huddy. He is off the glove of Fitzpatrick. And the Florida Panthers bring it to center ice now. Here's Ryan Strudlin. Strudlin gets it over to Jeff Smith. Smith throws it in behind the net to Jody Hull. Hull in front to Huff, and he didn't get his stick on it. Kings take it away. Sandstrom had it taken away from him behind the net. Now Sador can't hang on to it. Now Charlie Huddy goes for it for the Florida Panthers with it. Puck is in the left wing corner and now dug out by Charlie Huddy. He gets knocked down hard as Bill Lindsay was in there forechecking with 10:21 to go here in the second period. Panthers with a 2-1 lead over the Kings. Pass up the center ice. Here's Robitaille with Sandstrom. Robitaille across the line. Robitaille shoots. Save Fitzpatrick. Rebound in front. Sandstrom gets taken down, and a penalty coming up against Jeff Smith. Sandstrom got pulled down right in front of the net. He was looking for a rebound of the shot from Robitaille. Goal of the year. And now off the draw, the Panthers clear it all the way down to the King zone. Kelly Rudy will move it quickly up toward the blue line. Now Rob Blake had to go off his stick. Florida Panthers, Brian Scrudland. They got him from Calgary in the expansion draft. Sent to the King line, and here's Dominic Lavoie. Lavoie, the rookie, power play specialist, moves into center ice, taken away as it went off his stick, and Scrudland clears it back into his own zone. Now behind the net. I said power play specialist. Somebody told me when the Kings played the Mighty Ducks of Anaheim, they said, I know they're specialists, but you said the Ducks bill holder. Here's Donnelly moving in, is shot wide to the left side. Puck taken by Gretzky, left side. Gretzky hanging on. Blake pinches in. Now Blake in deep shot, and a score by Donnelly. He wasn't the intended receiver on the pass, but the puck came to Mike Donnelly, and he ties the game at 2-2.
Mike Donnelly was just hiding in the weeds. Rob Blake had driven to the net from his defense spot, and Wayne Gretzky sets up right here on the side. He goes down to Yari Curry. There's Blake. It goes off the skate of Rob Blake right to the stick of Mike Donnelly, off the post once, then off of the goaltender. Another look, but it's that motion right there by Rob Blake through the middle that creates the trouble. And there's Mike Donnelly just waiting for any kind of loose puck. There's the carom off the post and off the goaltender. So the Kings continue to show those options on the power play. They seem to be able to score from anywhere with the power play. That time they go down low, got a good bounce, and tie it up 2-2.
Donnelly with his 11th. Blake and Curry with the assists at 10:31. And the game is tied. Here's Belanger with a shot. Deflected, and now in front, Foligno had it poked away by Taylor. Taken by Conacher. Pass around the boards on the right side. Puck is held in. Foligno and a save by Kelly Rudy. Right at point blank, he stops Foligno with a tremendous save. Kelly Rudy has come up big here. Stops Foligno right there. He stopped Mellenby earlier in this period with a great save, and we get the Florida Panthers trying to clear it. I thought I heard a whistle, and now they do whistle it dead. Offside. 2-2 the score with 8:39 to go in the second period. Both teams at full strength here, and the puck sent down into the Florida zone by Sador. Florida Panthers, Dave Lowry clears it to center. Maybe a 2-on-1. Here's Barnes moving in front, shoots, and he fanned on it, then a save, and then it hit the goal post. Barnes had it roll away just when he wanted to pull the trigger. Then he didn't get the shot he wanted. Puck is batted out of midair, and a save by Kelly Rudy. Now Lowry pushes at Sador as Rudy keeps the puck out. Well, the Florida Panthers have almost come back here quickly to regain the lead.
And the Kings really have to improve in those areas. Take a look at Stu Barnes on the cut-in. It was a 2-on-1. Robitaille fights hard to get back. Fans on the first one. Takes the shot from the bad angle. Hits the post, though. Would have been a difficult shot to put the puck in on that bad angle. The Kings that time off getting caught on that pinch. They did it well earlier in the first period, but that time one defenseman pinching, no help back, turns into a 2-on-1.
There you see Stu Barnes. They just got him on November 26th, trading Randy Gillen to get Stu Barnes.
The Panthers adding a lot of players with that zip offensively, the creativity. They didn't draft a lot of those types of players, but you need that mix.
I don't know if you heard my story about this power play specialist. When I mentioned that Dominic Lavoie was out, power play specialist, a friend of mine said, I heard the telecast the other night. I know they're specialists, but when they played the Mighty Ducks, you said the Ducks bill holder. There's a save by Kelly Rudy. It comes out of play. Bill Holder's a player who plays for the Ducks. He's not the specialist that holds the Ducks bill.
That's right. Now you're getting real specialized.
Well, we get a little special activity here, as you see. Tempers flaring just a little bit. Warren Reichel is in there. Scott Mellenby of the Florida Panthers. 8:08 to go in the second period. 2-2 the score.
There's a look at Patty Conacher back after missing some games with a back injury. He's seen a lot of ice time so far tonight with a lot of different wingers, a lot of different situations. We're going to get some penalties after that last little altercation. Looks like one against the Kings. Dave Taylor goes off for cross-checking. Pat Conacher usually plays with Dave Taylor. Pat Conacher usually kills penalties. There's a look at Dave in the penalty box. So Conacher getting a lot of ice time in his first game back. He's just one of those reliable players that the Kings need to get back into the lineup. Taylor goes off for cross-checking. Looked like it happened after the whistle.
So as Taylor sits in the penalty box with 8:08 to go in the second period, the Panthers, who have never trailed in the game, have a chance to regain the lead. Face off. Conacher will take the draw against Belanger, and the puck comes into the corner. Zhitnik fanned on it for a moment, then he gets away from a check. Now he drives it to the blue line, taken there by Conacher, and he backhands it into the Florida zone. Kings have got Conacher and Shuchuk up front. They've got Zhitnik and Blake back defensively. 7:51 to go in the second period. 2-2 the score. Here's Gord Murphy. Slaps it hard around the boards in the Kings zone. Comes on the left side of Belanger. He's checked hard by Gary Shuchuk. Now a hard check by Zhitnik. Puck rolls up the middle, and the Kings bring it to center ice. 3-on-3. Conacher with Shuchuk. Now it's a 2-on-2 as they come across the line. Shuchuk drives it into the corner, and the Florida Panthers start back out to center ice. They've still got the power play. Here's a break for Lomakin. In front alone. He shoots. He scores! Andre Lomakin got behind the King defense and scores a power play goal, and Florida leads 3-2.
Kings caught in a change right there while killing the penalty. That gives Greg Hogwood a lot of time to make that pass, and that is a pass that is threaded right through the eye of a needle. Lomakin goes to the forehand move on the breakaway. The quick transition there, the Panthers catch the Kings in the neutral zone. Take a look from behind Lomakin. One move, and he dekes Kelly Rudy. Nice quick move, but the quick pass up. And there you see the reception of that pass. Not much room in the neutral zone. So Hoggood coming through again on the passing end for the Florida Panthers. That's the reason they got him, to work the power play. It's worked a couple of times here. Panthers take the lead by 1.
Andre Lomakin, he played 10 years in Russia. He gets his 5th goal of the year. Hoggood gets the assist at 12:36. So the Kings behind again now. 3-2 with 7:09 to go in the second period. Power play goal by Lomakin. Puck taken by Wayne Gretzky. Gretzky coming up to center ice now for the Kings. He gives it over to Sador. Sador slaps it behind the net. Swept around the boards. Pinching in is Charlie Huddy. Huddy sent it toward the net. Taken away there by the Florida Panthers and moved up ahead towards Skrudland. He can't hang on. Now Huddy bats at it, but it's taken away by Jody Hull. Hull's pass back toward the left point. Taken there as the Panthers hold it in play. Jeff Smith sends it in behind the net. And it comes around the left side to Mike Donnelly. Donnelly can't clear. Puck taken by Sador. Here's Sador. Comes right up the middle now. Headmans it up to Curry. His pass left side broken up. Diving at center ice was Florida Panther to break it up. And a shot from the right side. Save made by Kelly Rudy, and he hangs on. That was Joe Sorella that broke up that play at center ice for Florida. Animal down there. Here's Blake for the Kings. Up ahead to Robitaille. 3-on-3, Robitaille to the blue line, gets stopped right there as he stepped across the line, and the Panthers come back, working on a 3-on-2. Stu Barnes, right side, his pass in front went behind Mellenby, and at the blue line, Severin can't hold it in. Chased down by Robitaille. Robitaille right side with Sandstrom. Robitaille to Sandstrom, it never got through. It's covered up by Gord Murphy.
Gord Murphy falling to his knees right there, keeping his stick flat on the ice to take away the passing lane. Robitaille looking to get it over to Thomas Sandstrom. Panthers have taken the lead 3-2, but on the scoreboard for the Kings tonight, Yari Curry 1 goal.
Right point. Here's Doug Huda for the Kings. Florida zone. Huda shoots. Deflected. Rebound. Shot by Shuchuk and is wide to the right. And the Panthers can't clear. Brent Thompson with a drive. Deflected up in the air and into the right corner. Conacher there for the Kings. Kings are down 3-2. Puck taken away by the Florida Panthers now as they bring it up towards center ice with 5:30 to go here in this second period. Belanger across the line. He's checked there, and the puck held in by the Panthers. Belanger behind the net. He's got Foligno in front. Can't get it to him. Lomakin, backhander, he scores! Andre Lomakin with his 2nd straight goal. And the Florida Panthers lead by 2 again. 4-2.
Tom Webster was telling us earlier this morning that Lomakin was cold offensively. Well, he's hot right now, 2 straight goals. And I hate to keep bringing it up, but the Kings right through their own zone, right down the middle. Lomakin's a forward, but it's the same thing as a defenseman jumping in backdoor. Lomakin was watching the play. He's keeping everything in front of him. Picked the right time to drive to the net. And the backhand, always a difficult shot to feel when that shot's going to be coming, when the trigger's going to be pulled. The Panthers have played close coverage for the most part in their own zone. Once they get into the King zone, right through the middle of the slot. The attack on Kelly Rudy, Panthers lead by 2.
5:13 to go, second period. Panthers, Mike Huff on the right side. He's got Skrudland. Here's Skrudland, checked by Yari Curry. 6th goal of the year for Andre Lemakin in second night. Hard check by Blake as he took Mike Huff into the boards. Rob Blake has thrown the best body checks of anybody in this game tonight. Here's Curry. Curry across the line to Gretzky. Gretzky threw it in front. We got a penalty coming up against Skrudland. And the Kings will go on the power play. Skrudland took Donnelly down. Lemakin got...
The Kings fight back hard to get in the game. That mental toughness is not right there. They can't hold the lead and 2 quick goals.
Florida Panthers bring it out to center ice now. And across the line, Tom Fitzgerald knocked down by Dominic Lavoie. Kings with it. Here's Jari Kurri. Kurri with Gretzky on his right. Gives it to Gretzky. Gretzky, Florida zone. His pass in front. Knocked away by Fitzpatrick as driving for the net was Jari Kurri. Fitzpatrick tipped it up the middle, and Mike Huff clears it back into the Kings zone. 4:18 to go, second period. Kings down by 2. Pass to Gretzky. Gretzky across the line to Kurri. Kurri to Blake. Blake at the right point. He shoots. Tipped there and a save by Fitzpatrick. And Robitaille was trying to knock the puck out of midair, and it looked like his stick came up toward the face of Joe Cirella.
And I think Luc Robitaille's arguing that it was the puck that hit the face of the Florida Panther, not Robitaille's stick. We'll try to get a chance to look at it here. It bounces in the air. Rob Blake getting it through from the point. That's his first job. The deflection is there by Robitaille. Rebound comes out. And Robitaille does swing at it. Cirella goes down. Now the referee's going to have to call a penalty if he feels it's the stick of Robitaille. Certainly accidental, no doubt. Look at Robitaille, look at the puck. Yes, it's the puck that hits Cirella. And actually it hits Cirella in the mask, the face shield that he's wearing. Cirella looking to draw a penalty. It's not going to work right there. The referee right on top of things. Cirella shaking things off right now. He does not usually wear that eye visor, but because of an injury, he has to wear it to protect.
Well, he was one of those players that got hit in the warm-up and had a broken cheekbone. Joe Cirella. So the Kings still on the power play for 1:25, trying to get back in the game for the second time tonight. The Kings trailed 2-0. They tied it at 2-2 on goals by Kurri and Donnelly. But now Andre Lemakin has scored twice for the Florida Panthers. Kings win the draw. At the left point, Dominic Lavoie holds it in, gets it into Robitaille. Robitaille checked by Gord Murphy. Robitaille down to his knees. He gives it to Gretzky. Gretzky behind the net. Gretzky hangs on now to Kurri. Kurri can't get a shot. Shovels it back over to Gretzky. Gretzky to Blake. Blake at the right point, back to Gretzky. Not much room to work. They move out on him. Here's Gretzky over to Blake. Blake to Gretzky. Gretzky in deep to Kurri. It bounced up and hit him around the face, and then it's knocked away from right in the slot. And it is now cleared down into the Kings zone, and Kurri comes over to the bench. Looked like the puck bounced up and hit him around the nose. Here's Wayne Gretzky to center ice with 45 seconds to go on the power play. Sandstrom jumps up forward and drives it around the net off to the right side to Zhidnik. Now it comes off the left wing boards, held in there. Gretzky with it. Gretzky, his pass knocked down. Sandstrom to Robitaille. Back over to Gretzky. Gretzky still with it. Left wing side. Chase there to the blue line. Still hangs on. Now he shoots. It's blocked. As Gord Murphy blocked it. Loose puck. Sandstrom. He holds it in. Sandstrom shovels it into Robitaille. To Gretzky. Right side. To Sandstrom. He shoots. Knocked down in front to the blue line. Lavoie to Sandstrom. His shot. Knocked up in the air and off on the right side. Gretzky tried to get to it. Gretzky into the corner on Severin. Kings hold it in. Here's Gretzky. Gretzky to Sandstrom. Shoots. Saved by Fitzpatrick. Puck comes out left point. Zhidnik hanging on, but we've got a whistle, and Gretzky involved with who? Brent Severin, I think, over in the corner.
And I think Gretzky's going to go off for elbowing. Looked like Gretzky trying to protect himself. Gretzky threw a hard check on Severin earlier in this shift, and Severin came back. And there's Gretzky getting the elbow up to protect himself. Now, Severin left his feet there also on the charge, but only one penalty is called, and it's against Wayne Gretzky. He cannot believe the call. He made a hard, fair check earlier on that shift on Severin, and that's why Severin came back at Gretzky. Now, certainly Gretzky did get up with the elbow on the play, but Severin jumped into it. Usually you see a player when he leaves his feet, you see the charging play called. Not called right here, so the Panthers go on the power play, leading 4-2.
2:41 to go, second period. Puck taken now down in deep by the Florida Panthers as they start back out. Florida 2 out of 4 on the power play, and they have a 4-2 lead. Puck driven back behind the King net. Kelly Hrudey stops it there, moves it around the boards, and it is swept out to center ice into the Florida zone. Back to get it, Brian Benning. Benning gives it to Stu Barnes. Barnes pass up to the blue line, taken there and passed to center ice by Scott Levens, and now it hops up out of play, a two-line pass called here. Female hockey players, Manon Rayon, Aaron Whitten, and Cami Granato.
Oh yeah, sure, Bob. I get
Yes,
the Hanson brothers. You get the girl
like
hockey
them.
players.
That's what you look. You look like the Hansons. You got to talk to them.
I play like them, maybe.
How many Coke machines did you demolish during your career? Puck is back behind the King net and tipped into the corner by Kelly Rudy. Over to get it, Dave Taylor. 1 minute left to go in the power play. Conacher can't clear. Gord Murphy shoots. Knocked down in front. Taken by Conacher again. Conacher checked in the corner. Kings are down 4-2. Panthers with a power play. Here on the left side is Hawgood. Hawgood shoots. Save Rudy. Rebound is loose. Picked up by Barnes and poke checked away on the right side by Blake. Barnes wanted to shoot, and all of a sudden the puck wasn't there. The long reach of Rob Blake tipped it away. Here's Scott Mellenby. Mellenby shoots up high. Look out. It's in the crowd. 1:17 to go in the second period. Kelly Rudy has faced 21 shots tonight.
And they've been difficult shots by the Florida Panthers. You can see the record to start the season, much like the Kings had a big homestand to start. Not a bad record, but lately, a lot of things breaking down for the Kings. At the same time tonight, they're doing some good things offensively. In the first period, they played a very tight first period, but the second period, as it's gone along, the Florida Panthers actually showing a lot of good offense, especially with the defenseman jumping into the play from behind. The Kings' difficulty picking up that man coming in from behind.
Here's Hawgood with it now. Hawgood pushed down from behind by Shuchuk. Shuchuk in the corner. He's checked there. 20 seconds left to go, and the Kings penalty to Wayne Gretzky. Kings are down 4-2. 1 minute to go, second period. Puck driven by Brian Benning around the right side. Kings with it. Sador gets it to Charlie Huddy, and he plays the glass and drives it down to the Florida zone. 6 seconds left to go in Gretzky's penalty. Mark Fitzpatrick, the goaltender, moves it up to Mellenby. Gretzky is up and out of the penalty box. Kings are back at full strength. 40 seconds left to go here in the second period. Jesse Belanger, he shoots, and a glove stop by Kelly Rudy. Looked like it was going wide, but it's taken away again. Belanger up the middle. Lowry scores! Stood right in the slot and got the pass, and the Panthers score with 31 seconds to go in the second period for their widest lead of the game now at 5-2.
Panthers taking over. It happens again. The slot is the dangerous area from any team. Lowry backing up into the play this time. Good control of the puck right off his skate, then a quick shot. So Lowry was in a little deep, decided to move back to a better scoring area. Good decision by Lowry. But once again, Bob, we have to bring it up. That's the most dangerous area on the ice, and the Panthers are getting quality chances right from the slot. He had time there to take the pass off his skate and put it on his stick.
I think that's the key. You get quality time. You stand in the slot with nobody near you and time to kick the puck up to your stick and still get the shot. 19:29, the time of the goal. Lowry sixth from Belanger, and a 3-goal lead for the Panthers. 5 seconds to go in the second period. The Kings had tied it at 2-2, and that's the end of the second period. The Panthers come back with 3 straight period underway. Right side is Dave Taylor. Taylor checking the corner, gives it to Conacher. Conacher gets help from Warren Reichel. Reichel behind the Florida net, both teams at full strength. Reichel into the corner. Now to Conacher. Conacher gets held up. Puck comes over to Mike Foligno, and Foligno can't clear. Zhidnik shooting, and just wide to the left side. Rebound off the boards, played by Foligno to center ice and out of the reach of Jesse Belanger. Here's Alec Zhidnik. Kings need a big third period. Reichel across the line, checked there. Belanger with it. Now up ahead to Lomakin, taken away by Gretzky. Gretzky had to wait, though, for Curry to get on side. Now he throws it in, and Curry goes for it. Gord Murphy leans on him. We got a penalty coming up as Gretzky got knocked down and on his knees tried to center it. And a holding penalty called against Florida. So the Kings, 50 seconds into the third period, get a chance now to start a comeback.
Kings really build on emotion. Wayne Gretzky stealing the puck just outside the blue line, then created an offensive chance. He almost made a pass from his knees. Gord Murphy behind the play pulled down Wayne Gretzky. So the Kings looking for some life right here, and they get it on the power play. The power play has been very effective. 2 power play goals so far for the Kings tonight. Holding is the call against Murphy. And with that emotion the Kings can build, it becomes nervous time for the Florida Panthers. So look at Murphy in the box. Tom Webster says Murphy's their best or most consistent defenseman so far this season, offensively and defensively. That time, he had to take down Wayne Gretzky, and he goes off to the box.
I guess Dennis Potvin has worked quite a bit with Gord Murphy, especially on his shot on the power play. Puck is at the blue line, held in there by Lavoie. Now it comes around to the right side. Blake with it. Kings down by 3. Quick pass behind the net to Gretzky. Gretzky waits there, gives it to Robitaille. Robitaille hangs on. His pass up the middle goes right to Jody Hull. And Hull brings it out to center ice, but back checking is Jerry Curry to take it away. Curry with a nice move at center ice. Now slaps it back behind the net. Comes around to Dominic Lavoie. Lavoie, the defenseman, goes behind the net for the goaltender. Fitzpatrick sends it around the right point. Here's Rob Blake. Blake to Gretzky. Gretzky right side to Blake. He banned on his shot, or partially. Got some of it, but not what he wanted. And the Florida Panthers clear it into the Kings zone. Minute 13 to go on the power play. Here's Luc Robitaille. Robitaille across the line. Robitaille still with it. He's got Gretzky behind him. Shovels it back to him. Gretzky up the middle to Zhidnik. Back to Gretzky, and he almost banned on it. The shot is deflected in front. Lavoie can't get to it. Loose puck up the middle. Zhidnik shoots. Blocked. Rebound Curry. Curry with it. Tom Fitzgerald blocked the shot. Lavoie with it. Now over to Curry. Curry on the power play. 45 seconds up to the man advantage. Gretzky behind the net. Gretzky still with it. Hangs on. Curry right side. Back to the blue line. Lavoie. He gets it off on the right side. Shot from there. Score! Alex Zhidnik from the right side, and the Kings score. They trail now 5-3.
Talk about puck movement for the Kings. They were moving that puck around side to side, up and back, never stopping the puck when they took control on the pass. Similar situation to the goal Mike Foligno scored earlier in the game. You see the passing around, the final pass, Lavoie to Alex Zhidnik. Now it hits inside the post and goes across. It hits the pad inside, but no doubt about it, the puck went over the goal line. Take a look at Alex Zhidnik with all kinds of time to lean into the shot. You see it right there going over the goal line, but it was all the passing before this shot. It was a little bit of an argument by the Panthers, but no doubt about that one right there. It went over the goal line, the entire puck. 6th goal on the season. Looking for shots from the Kings. Curry had a chance. Blake had chances earlier. They moved that puck around so well. The power play is clicking for the Kings. They get right back in this game.
Zhidnik scores his first goal since November 20th at St. Louis, and only his second in the last 17, but it may ignite the Kings here in the 3rd period. Lavoie and Curry with the assists at 2:14. Kings with it again. Shot wide by Reichel. Left side. Sador with a shot. Deflected up out of play into the crowd. 17:27 to go in the 3rd period. 5-3 Florida. Dominic Lavoie and Jari Kurri at 2:14. So the Kings tonight with all goals on the power play. Curry, Donnelly, and Zhidnik. Now the puck driven off the glass, or deflected off the glass, as Conacher goes for it down in the corner. Give it to Taylor, round in front. Taylor couldn't get a good shot. Deflected in front of the net. Now Taylor behind the net. Leaves it for Conacher. Conacher pokes it off the board, tried to get to it. Conacher in the corner, gets help from Reichel. But the Florida Panthers take it away, and Mike Foligno clears it up to center ice. Here's Gord Murphy, backhands it into the Kings zone. Rob Stauber in goal for the Kings, replacing Kelly Rudy here in the 3rd period. Kings trying to get back in the game. They had the game tied at 2-2, then gave up 3 unanswered goals in the 2nd period. Here's Sandstrom. Sends it in deep. Broken up by Fitzpatrick. Back to the right point. Lavoie in front, and a save, but offside call. Robitaille was in front trying to deflect it, but the Kings were offside on the play.
Puck came entirely over the blue line, was shot back in, but not in time by Lavoie. There's a mean streak in them. At the same time, that good all-around hockey, contributing physically and offensively.
16.5 minutes to go. 3rd period. Kings trying to get back in this game. They're down by 2 at 5-3. Puck at the left point. Zhidnik held it in. McEachran couldn't get to it. Now Sandstrom, but it's going to be a delayed offside against the Kings. And Mellanby will pass it back in his zone to Sorella. Now he clears it to center. Taken away by Thomas Sandstrom. Sandstrom across the line, right side, flips it down in deep, back behind the net. Chasing it there is Robitaille. Poke checked away. Back out to center ice, and backpedaling is Zhidnik. He gives it to Sean McEachran. Here's McEachran across the line. His shot blocked again. Florida Panthers do a good job of blocking shots. They did that a lot last night down in Anaheim, too.
They really have close coverage in their own zone. They can sense when it's getting away, and they block a lot of shots.
Gretzky to Robitaille, score! Wayne Gretzky took the puck, gave it to Robitaille, and the Kings are down by 1.
Wayne Gretzky anticipating that play. Direct turnover by the Panthers, but it's the anticipation of Gretzky. Gretzky just coming off the bench. He spotted it all the way, and there was no time wasted. The pass from Gretzky. Look at the Panthers. They have total control of the puck. They try to run the boards. They like to keep it simple. No time wasted there by Gretzky, and Luc Robitaille has been frustrated early in the game. Fitzpatrick thinks everything's under control. Well, it's not under control except for Luc Robitaille. He puts in the one-timer right there. Gretzky exceptional on those passes. It's almost like Wayne Gretzky. He knows before you do that you're going to have a scoring chance. He knows that you're going to be ready. And if you are ready, it turns into goals.
As you saw, 10th goal in the last 7 games for Luke. Shot from the left side by Lomakin, and an easy stop for Stauber. Wayne Gretzky with the assist at 4:19. Kings are right back in it, trailing by a goal. Now here's Donnelly to center ice. He's got a goal tonight. He stopped there. Puck taken away. Ryan Skrudland for Florida. Skrudland across the line. His pass comes through the slot over to Wayne Gretzky. Gretzky passes it off the boards to Curry. Curry slides it over left side. Here's Sador, left side to Donnelly. Donnelly, Florida zone. His shot, save, and falling on it right in the crease is Mark Fitzpatrick. So the Kings with new life. They still trail 5-4. 15 minutes to go, third period. Conacher on the draw in the Florida zone. Conacher with Reichel and Taylor for the Kings. Puck cleared out to center ice and taken there by Rob Blake to Taylor. Taylor puts it down in the Florida zone. Ryan Benning back to get it. He's checked by Reichel. Taylor along the boards, can't hang on, and Belanger fell down. We got a penalty against the Kings. He was taken down. Here's Foligno rolling it in, and the whistle blows. Penalty. High sticking, the call against the Kings, and the Florida Panthers with a 5-4 lead go on the power play.
Kings with decent forechecking. Once again, it was the line of Conacher, Taylor, and Reichel. Looks like Reichel going off with a high stick. The Kings need that change in their lineup. They need the change in the rotation to have one of the lines rotate down low and take a lot out of the opposition defense. That's what this line does. But on the hit here, Warren Reichel follows through. And as he swings back over his head, you don't have to make contact with your stick. And no contact was made. But high sticking was still called, and Reichel's off to the box.
Florida Panthers 2 out of 5 on the power play tonight. Mellenby and Lomakin have the power play goals. Here on the right wing side is Lomakin. Moves it left point, shot by Hoggood wide. Rebound off the board. Sador, can he clear? Yes, out to center ice. Gord Murphy chases it down. King penalty killers. Gretzky and Curry up front. Huddy and Sador back defensively. 14:15 to go, third period. Panthers move it in. Levens, backhander, knocked down by Stauber. Kings don't clear. Gord Murphy in the middle, shoots. Saved by Stauber, way out between the circles. Stauber came out to make the stop.
Good anticipation there by Rob Stauber in a defensive role. Gord Murphy has a good low shot from the point, and the deflections can be dangerous. But that time, Stauber took the deflection out of it because he comes way out. Look at Stauber. By the time the puck hits Rob Stauber, he's taking the puck away from the man trying to deflect it. Now, it's a dangerous play if the puck comes loose, but Stauber smothers it. Now, watch it here. He wastes no time. He goes right out to meet the shooter. The Kings have all 4 men back. Look like Lomakin trying for the deflection. Doesn't work.
I looked back at the net and wondered where he went. Stauber this time clears it himself. Puck came off to his left, and he just skated out and got it and cleared it back into the Florida zone. Up to center ice, Stu Barnes. Barnes for the Florida Panthers. Across the line. His backhander is wide, off the board, down to the right point to Gord Murphy. He slides it to Hoggood. Now Murphy again. Hanging on to Hoggood. He shoots. Save made by Stauber. Rebound is deflected up out of play. 1:03 left to go in the Tommy Webster up here in the press box tonight.
And Tommy Webster said Roger Nielsen made a big mistake there. He was picking the wooden sticks to throw. He said, no, the trajectory's not good. He said, pick an aluminum stick. They work better.
48 seconds left to go in the power play for the Florida Panthers. Puck is back behind the King net. Now rolls loose to Shuchuk. His pass, though, going to be taken away by Belanger. To Hawgood to Belanger. Belanger checked there by Blake. Boy, what a game Blake's played physically tonight. Florida Panthers still with it. Get it to Gord Murphy. Murphy waits. His pass right side to Lowry with a shot pad saved by Stauber. Stauber gives it to Zhitnik. Zhitnik can't clear it. Murphy right point. Over now to Hawgood. To Belanger. Shooting. Saves Stauber off his glove. And another quick whistle here. 17 seconds to go in the power play for the Florida Panthers.
Looks like a cool Rob Stauber in goal tonight. Really following the puck well. He hasn't seen game action in the NHL in quite a long time, but he's just following it. When the puck comes near his crease, he's clearing it well. He is getting a lot of help, though, from Rob Blake. You just mentioned it, Bob. Blake, every shift tonight, he's been taking the body, and he loves these situations, killing penalties. There's a look at Rob. He'll come across the ice, but he's very smart. Once he makes that hit, he gets right back into the action, because when you're killing penalties, you can't be drawn out too far. Otherwise, you're getting out of position for the other penalty killers.
5-4, Florida leads. 12:54 to go, third period. Panthers with it, still on the power play. Right point, Sorella moves it left side, and now down and deep to Jody Hull. Hull with it there, still hangs onto it, throws it behind the net for Strudlin. Broken up by Charlie Huddy. And the Kings are back at full strength. Sorella with a shot wide. Puck comes off the boards to Reichel. The center to Gretzky. Nice move. Gretzky kicks it to escape. Gretzky to Curry. Shoots. Saved by Fitzpatrick. Puck along the left wing boards. Panthers take it away. What a play. Gretzky, you saw him knock it with his skate at center ice up to his stick and then give it to Curry. Here's Hull knocked down the right side. Into the corner now. Sador goes for there. Jody Hull gets up. Puck is in the Kings zone. Robitaille in. Kings with some momentum now and new life, but they still trail by a goal. Charlie Huddy's pass doesn't clear the zone. Strudlin intercepted. Holds it in, but now the Kings take over. 11:58 to go, third period. Gretzky at center ice sends it into the Florida zone. Stopped behind the net by Fitzpatrick. 11:49 left, third period. Kings down 5-4. Panthers are going to ice the puck here. Blake back to touch it. Face off back in the Florida zone.
Bob, you just talked about it. Wayne Gretzky, so graceful on his skates. He takes a pass in his skates, then makes a good rush along with Jari Kurri. We'll try to catch it right here. The great skater that Wayne Gretzky is. A lot of Europeans into the National Hockey League right here. Looks like Wayne Baryshnikov right there. Just does not lose stride. So much balance, so much grace. And look at that little cross right there. A read between Gretzky and Curry. Take a look at this right here. Simple play. It looks simple, but that's so difficult for him to pick up the puck and keep his momentum going up ice.
You know, Jim, I don't say this in a derogatory manner to our viewers, but there's Blake with a shot just wide. I don't think a lot of people realize, unless you've tried to do that, how difficult that is. As you stated there, and he made a beautiful play. It almost turned into a King goal, at least a good attempt by Jari Kurri. Long shot saved there by the Kings as it's poked to the blue line and held onside. Shot wide to the left side there as it's behind the King net. It was shot by Severin. Kings take it away. Up to center ice. Tipped off to Blake. Blake drives it down into the Florida zone. Rebound off the boards. Played there by Gord Murphy. Into forecheck is McEachran along with Sandstrom. Sandstrom out in the middle to McEachran. Can't get a good shot. Zhitnik with a poke checked off his stick out to center ice. Facing it down, the Kings at center ice. Zhitnik over to Robitaille. Robitaille, right side. He's pushed, but he gets a behind-the-back pass to Zhitnik, but Alex didn't know it was there. It went off the back of his skate, and Foligno clears it into the Kings zone. Charlie Huddy, he gets stopped in the corner, but he bounces off the check, gets it again, and gets it to Conacher. Now to center ice. Reichel drives it into the Florida zone. 10.5 minutes to go, third period. Bob Miller along with Jim Fox and Paul Sunderland. Shot by Huddy, and a save by Fitzpatrick. And the puck just went wide to the left goal post. Almost deflected in. Kings hold it in again. Here is Reichel shooting, and a save by Fitzpatrick. Reichel in the corner. Kings with all the momentum. Taylor to Sador. He shoots up high. Knocked down, and they don't clear. Taylor in front to Reichel. Save, or he shot it up high. And a penalty coming up against Florida. Penalty for holding.
Skating right now.
Gretzky wins a draw, but the Florida Panthers control it down their own zone. Joe Cirella to Jeff Smith. Smith clears it out to center ice. 9:55 to go, third period. Kings are down 5-4. Trying to tie it up here in the third period with a 4-on-4 skating situation. Zhitnik, right side to Blake. Blake gives it to Curry. Curry on the right side. Back to Blake at the right point. Blake in deep to Gretzky. Gretzky behind the net. Gretzky waits. He's got Zhitnik in front. Gretzky hangs on. Still with it. Waits behind the net. Now Gretzky around in front to Curry. Shoots wide to the right side. Penalty. High sticking. Coming up here. High sticking call with 9:30 to go in the third period. Let's see who we got. It might. Well, I don't know. No Florida Panther going over yet. It's going to be a King.
Kings in on attack. Alex Zhitnik going off to the penalty box for the high stick. Acrobatic move by Zhitnik to jump in with Wayne Gretzky behind the net. The Kings had total control of the puck. And certainly Wayne Gretzky upset with the play. Maybe it looked like Alex Zhitnik going after. Well, he's protecting himself again right there. The right side of your screen against Brian Skrudland. And Zhitnik gets his stick up. High sticking is the call. All kinds of pressure by the Kings. They have their game on track right now. It doesn't matter which line the Kings throw out there. They have a lot of good offensive and good smart pressure with safe plays. But right there in a defensive role or protecting himself, Zhitnik takes the high sticking call.
Here's the way the game has gone tonight. Florida had a 2-0 lead. The Kings tied it on goals by Curry and Donnelly. But then 3 straight goals for Florida, 2 by Lomakin, 1 by Lowry for a 5-2 lead at the end of 2. Now here in the third, the Kings have come storming back on goals by Zhitnik and Robitaille, but they're not all the way back yet. They trail 5-4, 9:28 to go, third period. And Florida now with a 4-on-3 skating advantage. The only 3 skaters for the Kings, Curry, Blake, and Zhitnik. Or excuse me, and Huddy. Puck comes around the boards on the right side to Charlie Huddy. Huddy throws a check there, then goes back to get the puck. And it's driven out to center ice. Jim, 4-on-3. Obviously, you don't try anything unless you've got a clear breakaway offensively.
Exactly, but it's a difficult situation because you really don't practice this much. Usually you practice 5-on-4.
Puck driven around toward Mellenby. He's checked there. Lets it go to Belanger. Belanger, left side, King zone. Checked by Curry. Comes back to Gord Murphy. Murphy over to Hoggood. Hoggood on the right side. Now Gord Murphy shoots. Save stopper. Puck comes over the left side. Taken there by Belanger. Behind the net. Broken up. They get it over to Curry. Curry being checked there. And he clears it down into the Florida zone.
Good communication there between Curry and the Kings defenseman. Just going to the soft spot on the ice. That's where the puck was.
Curry was mad at Mellenby for grabbing his stick. Nothing was called. He came over and he gave Mellenby a little shot with a stick before Curry stepped on the bench. Don't see that too often from Jari Curry. In 10 seconds, it's going to be a 5-on-4 advantage for Florida. Here's Greg Hoggood. Hoggood, right side, up the middle it goes. Gord Murphy. Murphy moving in over to Hoggood. Now 5-on-4. Hoggood shot, save, rebound. Belanger couldn't jam it in. A save by Stauber, and the whistle blows. It's still 5-4 Florida as Rob Stauber, coming out of the third period, makes some saves here.
Stauber very strong on this last play. It's a scrambly situation. The Kings with players coming out of the penalty box, the same with the Panthers. Right there, the technique of Stauber, getting the shaft of his stick down flat on the ice. And just missing on the bad angle was Belanger. Another look at it. There's Stauber trying to take up as much ice as possible and just missing by a couple of inches. But Stauber was very strong right there. He was down on his hands and knees. At the same time, he was pressuring the puck and keeping the Panthers off of him.
29 seconds left to go on the King penalty to Alex Zhitnik. Stu Barnes will take the face-off here in the King zone. 5-4, Florida Panthers lead. And the draw comes to Gord Murphy at the blue line. He shoots, he scores! Right in front was Scott Levin screening the King goaltender. It's another power play goal, and Florida leads 6-4.
Bob, you touched on it earlier. Dennis Potvin working with Gord Murphy on the power play. This is exactly what Dennis Potvin used to do. Using the wrist shot from the point. Right off the face-off. You don't always have to get a good hard slap shot. Quickness and positioning of that shot can fool a lot of goaltenders. Levin's in front to create that screen. Watch Rob Stauber. He can't find the puck, so therefore it's important for Murphy to get it off quickly. He doesn't waste any time with a backswing on a big slap shot. He gets great results by throwing a quick shot there, big screen. Panthers back in front by 2.
That's what Dennis Potvin told him. You're wasting too much time with a big backswing. You're going to get the shot just as quick with that short backswing, and you're going to get it away quicker.
And you get a lot on it too, Bob, because he had time there to really pull the puck back into his body and lean into it. Watch it here. When you pull the puck back right there, you can see that momentum transfer, the weight transfer, and it's accurate too. Wrist shot, much more accurate than a slap shot. That puck went off the near post, so it was a pinpoint shot by Murphy. Big power play for the Panthers tonight.
Gord Murphy, number 10, picked by Philadelphia, 85, traded to Boston, 1992, and picked by Florida in the expansion draft. So the Panthers with a 2-goal lead once again, and 7:41 to go, third period. Here's Luc Robitaille. Robitaille throws it behind there toward the back of the net. Now gives it to McEachran around in front. Loose puck, Sandstrom scores! Thomas Sandstrom with his first goal in 11 games. And the Kings are back to within 1 at 6-5.
Now the Kings showing a little mental toughness. They come right back on the next shift. Right after the Panthers score a power play goal, McEachran, quick move right there. One step, he takes the puck from one side of the net to the other side, uses the net as a screen, and Thomas Sandstrom, good bit of stick work by himself. The balance here by Sandstrom. He's being hooked. He transfers his weight to get something on the shot. Kings right back at it.
6-5 in favor of Florida. Still 7:20 to go, third period. Robitaille and McEachran get the assists on it. Sandstrom getting his 8th of the year, and it comes at 12:29. 23 seconds after Florida scored, the Kings answer.
Something that's been happening against the Kings lately with the goals being scored right after shifts. The Kings come back so much.
Johnny Wilson, his nephew Ron Wilson, coaching the Mighty Ducks of Anaheim. We'll see him tomorrow night in the benefit hockey game for the fire victims in Southern California. A host of celebrities will be there. Jim and I will be there also. We'll have it for you on Prime Ticket live at 7:30 tomorrow night. Puck fired off the glass and out to center ice by Daryl Sador. Here's Sador to the blue line, throws it down to the Florida zone with 6:35 to go, third period. Kings still down by a goal. Charlie Huddy right side to McEachran. McEachran behind the net, taken there by Robitaille. Robitaille threw it in front, broken up, and the Kings can't hold it in. Foligno clears it to center, and getting back in a hurry is the Kings, but Foligno took it away, and a save by Stauber. Foligno took it away on the right side and got good wood on a shot, but Stauber made the save, and the Kings clear it to center ice.
That style of Stauber, very effective, very aggressive, coming out to meet the shooter.
Now here's Thomas Sandstrom. Sandstrom at center ice for the Kings, gives it to Blake. Conacher and Reichel jump on. Blake, hard shot off the boards. Fitzpatrick sends it behind the net to Brian Benning. Benning, his pass deflected off the boards and out to center ice. 5:49 to go, third period. 6-5 Florida lead. Here's Conacher for the Kings. Ahead to Alex Jitnik. He didn't get it, but Reichel did. Reichel at center ice. Tipped away, and Jitnik has to chase it down. Alex Jitnik trying to get away from Stu Barnes. Jitnik to center. He leaves it there for Conacher. Conacher, Florida zone, left side. Conacher driving to Taylor in front. Didn't get it. Up the middle, blue line. Blake in front. Tipped by Reichel. Save made by Fitzpatrick. Warren Reichel deflected the low shot by Blake, but couldn't get it by Fitzpatrick. Conacher on the draw, and it's taken by Florida. Picked up now by Brent Severin. Moves it up to center ice. Lowry drives it into the Kings zone, and Foligno got knocked down. Puck is cleared by Stauber to center ice, and taken away by Gord Murphy. Flips it high in the air. Stauber knocks this one down. Kelly Rudy was the starting goaltender tonight. Pulled at the end of 2. Rob Stauber has come in, and the puck is now flipped up out of play near the penalty timekeeper. Right point, Jody Hull. Hull sends it in. Jitnik drives behind the net. Jitnik's pass, and diving to tip it out to center was Jari Curry, but the Panthers send it right back in. 14,752 the attendance tonight. 14,752. And they are here to see if the Kings can come all the way back and tie this game. Puck came into the Florida bench right near assistant coach Lindy Ruff. Now Charlie Huddy sends it in. Time running out on the Kings. 4.5 minutes to go. Third period. Kings down 6-5. Puck is left corner to Gretzky. Gretzky, Florida zone. Over now to Donnelly. Donnelly checked in the corner by Joe Cirella. Donnelly trying to spin around. They both go down the ice. Jari Kurri jumps in. Kurri with it. Kurri to Gretzky. Gretzky in front. Donnelly can't get a shot. Poked away, and the Florida Panthers bring it to center. It's knocked down by Charlie Huddy. Now Gretzky. Gretzky's pass intercepted by Mike Huff at center ice, and the Florida Panthers with it. Here is Jody Hull. 4 minutes left to go. Third period. 6-5. Florida Panthers lead. Kings have never led in the game tonight. Right side, Gretzky. Gretzky, his pass in front to Kurri, just out of his reach. Now Murphy to center to Barnes. Barnes over skated the puck, now flips it in. And Stauber moves it up quickly now to center ice. Robitaille to McEachran. McEachran left side. McEachran still with it. Shoots and a save. Fitzpatrick went down to his knees. Now Zhitnik left side. Alec Zhitnik, Florida zone. Zhitnik still with it. Zhitnik, his shot deflected up into the crowd. 3:28 to go in the third period.
This line with McEachran, the Conacher line, and the Gretzky line, all doing what they do best, and that's putting the Panthers back on their heels.
And the puck chipped out to center ice now. Taken back at the King line by Alec Zhitnik. He gets it to Blake. Now Sandstrom. Sandstrom to center with 3:15 to go. Sandstrom to the blue line. Offside Kings. Shots on goal. The Florida Panthers 34 and the Kings 28.
See the Kings going offside there. That could be a trend because the Panthers will bring all four, at times all 5 men back and line them across their blue line. The last minute you try to make a move that just puts one of your teammates offside. At the same time though, with the Panthers backing off right there, a little passive, the Kings getting a lot of speed through the neutral zone.
Stu Barnes will take the draw here against McEachran. And the puck driven in by Sandstrom, Florida zone. Taken now and not cleared. It's held in at the blue line for a moment, but now Barnes up to center ice. Fires it down in the King zone. Stauber will let it go behind the net. Under 3 minutes to go in the third period. Here's Zhitnik. Zhitnik to center. Sends it right side to Robitaille. Robitaille. His pass in deep, broken up, and almost stolen for a moment by Sandstrom. But now it's cleared out to center ice by Skrudland. 2:39 to go. Third period. Kings trying to tie it up. Puck comes back to the blue line, right point. And Rob Blake over to try and get to it. It's held low on the boards for a moment. Now Blake digs it out, gives it to Robitaille. Robitaille sent it back, but Zhitnik didn't know it was coming. He was headed toward the bench, and he had to go back to get the puck. Zhitnik over now to Kurri. 2:15 to go in the third. Here's Jari Kurri to center. Kurri had it poke checked away, and the Florida Panthers, Mike Huff, sends it down to the King zone.
A little bit of a trap by the Panthers. They're passive up ice, but as soon as you get over your own blue line, then they send 5 men right at you.
Here's Sador across the line. His shot wide. Tipped into the corner. Ryan Skrudland with it for the Panthers. His pass taken away by Gretzky. Gretzky right side. Throws it up the middle. Tipped wide by Jari Kurri. Panthers with it again. Sador holds it in. Sador. He gets it now at the blue line to Donnelly. Right side. Shot by Lavoie. Blocked. Gretzky with it. Gretzky. Right side. Florida zone to Lavoie. His shot blocked. And Kurri couldn't get to it. It's knocked away by the diving Joe Cirella. Now driven in, a bouncer that Stauber knocks down. 1:30 to go, third period. Here's Gretzky at center. Gretzky sends it behind the net. Kings are pulling Stauber. Stauber hits the bench with 1:21 left to go. Kings net is open. Stauber on the bench. Kings with 6 attackers trying to tie it up. Here's Blake. Blake sends it into the Florida zone. 1:12 to go, third period. Puck taken by Gretzky. Gretzky to Zhitnik. Zhitnik in front of Robitaille to Sandstrom, and shot wide. Reichel with it to Gretzky. Gretzky right side. Tried to flip it in front of Robitaille. To Gretzky. 1 minute to go. In front, Robitaille can't jam it in. Robitaille sent it out in front, broken up for a moment, but now in the corner, Gord Murphy gets knocked down. Robitaille Gives it to Reichel. Now to Gretzky. Gretzky left side. Over to Zhitnik. Zhitnik hangs on. Now shoots. Blocked. 42 seconds to go. Third period. It's cleared to center ice. Chased down on the right side by Lindsay, but he lets it go. Blake back to get it. 33 seconds to go, third period. Up to center to Gretzky. Gretzky came back to keep it from being a two-line pass. 28 seconds to go. Kings down by a goal. They got 6 attackers. The King net is wide open. Here's Sandstrom on the right wing, boards into Robitaille. Robitaille to Gretzky. 18 seconds to go. Gretzky hangs on. Gretzky in front. Robitaille couldn't get it. Tipped away. Robitaille's pass broken up, not clear. Held in at the blue line. 9 seconds to go. Third period. Panthers with it. Cleared to center by Fitzgerald. 4 seconds to go. Zhitnik without a stick dives for it. The Panthers are going to win it. Sorella, and the game is over. The Florida Panthers hang on to win it. 6-5. The Kings got